What's good, June Squad? It's your boy, guys, reacting today to a video. This video is Whistling Diesel. You guys heard of him? He's the guy that has the monster truck that he put it in the Tampa Bay ocean, and you know, big old tires and stuff like that. Pretty dope. But reason I'm bringing this up because I came across this video, and I've seen the video prior to this, and the video prior to this was basically him with his boys on jet skis on a lake, and you know, they were having some issues or whatever, and they got harassed. Well, this is part two. I guess some other stuff went down where he had to go to court because he came in contact with some law enforcement or whatever guy out there, and was, you know, pretty much an ass to him. So this video is actually him going to court and stuff like that, and he actually called out on his followers to come out and support him at the courthouse. I was watching a little bit of this, but I had to share this, guys, with you because there's a big awareness that needs to be put out there because of what happened, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and get to this video and check it out. Guys, please make sure to hit the like button. That's gonna help this video get out there, and I appreciate you guys participating and supporting the page. And so yeah, please hit the like button right now, please. We're gonna go ahead and get into this video. Also, in this video, if you want to watch the whole video in its entirety, the link will be in my description, so make sure you go and check that out. No, I'm backwards. All right. You didn't feel right in my ears.
Previously on Prison Break.
No, wait.
We think our boat. We think our boat.
Out there.
We think our boat.
Film your cameras. Shove it. You gotta go ahead on out. That's so damn fast you don't know which end is up. Because I happen to be with the sheriff's office.
Alright, I'm gonna do a safety inspection. We cannot be spraying each other with this. You can't be spraying them with this. Alright, that's what's gonna happen. You two are gonna get citation. That's operation.
So what happened was Diesel and his friends were on the lake, and they, as you can see, they're on Sparks. So they were just playing around, you know, riding back and forth like most people do, but they were spraying each other, and the cops seen that from afar. Well, this also happened after he had got into contact with the sheriff on the boat. If you want to see what happened before that, you got to go to his channel and check it out. But it's crazy because after he got into that little argument with the sheriff that was on the boat, they went back out, and then all of a sudden FWC started, you know, they pulled up on them and everything, wanted to do a safety check and all that good stuff. But they, you know, the reason why they pulled them over was because they were spraying each other. Now, that is a law that you cannot do here, especially here in Florida. But this is also in Tennessee too. But their laws are a little bit different in Tennessee. But we're gonna go ahead and check. Keep on going.
I didn't even know it existed. It's like literally, I moved here a year ago. This is my first time ever being.
That's what's gonna happen. You two are gonna get citation. That's operation.
I didn't even know it existed. It's like literally, I moved here a year ago. This is my first time ever being out here.
You are getting charged with reckless operation, and then no better. It's mandatory court attendance. You got to be at court in Smithville, Tennessee.
Smithville, Tennessee, June 1st. So yeah, this happened.
You got pizza? This guy brought pizza. What? Set my man free. He was only a jet ski. Yes. I love it. I love it.
Do you know they changed the court date?
Are you with the news?
Yeah, I'm with the newspaper.
Okay. Hey! Women's squirt. Why can't I? How's it going, man? How's it going? So she's with the news.
I'm with the Smithville Review, double coverage in this week's paper.
You you see how many people that are out there? It's crazy. They have he literally went on his last video and was like, "You guys want to come support me? Come out June 1st," and all these people showed up. That's awesome support.
Do you love boating? Well, Freedom Boat Club makes boating easier than ever. At
Okay, you're the one I called.
No, well, you talked to one of my girls, but I got a lovely death threat from one of your people. Seriously. I wrote it down.
I apologize for that.
It's okay.
I apologize.
It's okay because on the night I want to bring this on.
I mean, really, Susan, come on.
I apologize for
Bring
that.
down the mood.
I try to make a difference, but in a positive way.
I count of three.
I
One,
like their
2, 3.
How'd the case go? How is it like?
No comment at this time. Yeah, no comment. Next question.
Nothing about the trial?
Nothing about the trial. It went well. Judge wasn't too happy, but that's about all I can say at the moment.
Okay.
But if you would, please step back. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, guys.
This is turning into quite the trial here. So this is day 2. They delayed it another week, and we're gonna go back in and rest our case, and hopefully we don't get the death penalty. I guess we're gonna see how it goes. We got some people here on the steps again today fighting for justice, so we can only hope that it goes how the public wants it to.
They get this one. Somebody snap the picture.
You're here for court. All recording devices are to be returned to your vehicle. His elevator holds out.
All right, so they couldn't film inside. Hey. Ooh, that's dope. All right, move on.
You can't record in court, so I'm just gonna have to do the best I can to recount this while it's fresh. He has us, the DA has us come in to this, the lights are off. Like, we walk in here, there's no one else in this room. The courtroom, we walk in, the courtroom is full of like prisoners, and there's like 50 people in the courtroom, no seats available. There's the people in yellow, orange suits. So we walk into this other little courtroom, the DA sits down with me and the other kid across from him, and then the officer that wrote us the tickets. He says, "I want to make you a deal." But he was like, "Right now you're facing a Class C misdemeanor." And then the reckless operation is a Class A misdemeanor. I said, "So what does that involve? I've never been like a felon or anything."
Right.
So he's like, "Well, you're gonna have basically an officer watching over you or whatever, and you have to, you're subject to drug testing.
Splashing.
It's on your record." He's like, "I want you to come invite people to our boater safety course, and we could probably get like 300 people there, and in exchange for that, we'll drop all the charges."
Oh wow.
That sounds.
Oh wow. So they're trying to use his fan base to put awareness out by holding charges over him that are misdemeanors. Wow. Now, I didn't explain this earlier, but the charges, he got charged for splashing. It's a misdemeanor charge for splashing another person. So you guys out there that think you're having fun throwing water back and forth, I'm even guilty of doing it myself. It's illegal to do that. It's illegal here in Florida, actually, to not drive recklessly on a jet ski or PWC. Yeah, there's some consequences with that. So let's keep going in this video.
A little bit sketchy, considering if it was serious enough to warrant having a misdemeanor, that they would just randomly drop it just for me help go to their boater safety course. Right away I'm like, no. I'm not gonna sacrifice my morals for standing up for someone who has a full ride to college. He had a full scholarship to college, John does. Has a full scholarship to college. And they're gonna give him a Class A misdemeanor for that. So in exchange, we can just teach the boater safety course. I think there's a flawed judgment here. The fact that someone splashing some water with a jet ski might miss their ride to college because they splashed water with a jet ski.
Right.
Now me, I don't go to college. I never went to college. And that's why my duty here is to stick up for people who are actually trying in society. Wow. He's like, you can either accept my offer or you can take these charges. I said, no. I didn't realize this was going to go out to the Supreme Court, but now we're going to be back on August 11th at the Smithville Courthouse
splashing.
in Tennessee
For
with a lawyer.
splashing.
And I'm really curious to see what the general public has to say about this, because
you know, real quick, if that would have been any of us, you know, and you went to court and you know you had a misdemeanor charge or whatever for splashing somebody, they'll probably, for that misdemeanor, probably slap you on the hands with some fines, whatever, and send you on your way. But they're making a whole circus out of him right now because they know that he's got millions of followers, and you know, just because a bunch of people showed up to the court, they're using that to their advantage by, you know, basically having him teach a boating course, which is cool. I mean, he should do it, and you know, but the thing is that the process that they're going upon doing it, it's crazy for something that, you know, that's just a misdemeanor. Like he rather just pay some fines and call it a day, but now he's got a charge on his record, and that in Tennessee, well, a misdemeanor stays on your record for 5 years, I think, in Tennessee. So I don't know if the laws are different in different states, which I'm pretty sure they are. But yeah, this is super crazy. Let's back up a little bit.
Tennessee with a lawyer, and I'm really curious to see what the general public has to say about this, because the entire time we're in there, you know, they're all like, but people get hurt on jet skis. I'm like, I don't deny that. I acknowledge the need for safety.
Yes.
I also acknowledge that there's an extremely flawed judicial system convicting kids with scholarships with misdemeanors for splashing water. This guy's sitting across from us like, here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to offer you. And I'm like, no. 100 people are in this courthouse right now. Like, this town is the busiest town in the... They just love to start fires. So we're going to be back August 11th with a lawyer. I think this is going to turn into like the Johnny Depp trial. It's going to be like Mr. Diesel versus State of Tennessee.
Wow.
They're trying to compare it to like speeding tickets. The difference is that everyone knows they shouldn't speed, and warnings exist for even the people that know they shouldn't speed.
Yeah.
So the fact that, first of all, no one's aware that you need this boater safety course if you're not born before June 1st, 1989. I'm sure anyone out of Tennessee didn't.
He says 1989, but in Florida, I believe, is 86. And if you were born before 86, you don't have to take the boating course. But if you're born after 86 or 86 and up, you have to take the boating course before you can operate a PWC. That is true. And I think it should be mandated for everyone. Every new PWC owner should have to take a boater's course. That's my personal opinion. There's a lot of people that get on the water that are newbies, and especially when everybody comes out to our rides, you know, a lot of people are enthused to go ride with us, but they're also new and inexperienced. So when they get out there, it's a whole different story. And I feel that if you guys have a little bit of training, and before you actually get on a PWC that you have never been on before, I think that will keep a lot of people safe, and you know, just also teaches you about your jet ski before, or PWC, before you actually get on the water, so that way you don't go killing somebody on the water. I mean, it's that simple, people. But this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Let me back up a little bit more here. Start from here. But yeah.
The fact that, first of all, no one's aware that you need this boater safety course if you're not born before June 1st, 1989. I'm sure anyone out of Tennessee didn't know that, or anyone new to Tennessee didn't know that, or anyone that never goes on any lake knew that. The problem is that when there's misunderstandings, good people get into trouble, and it can ruin their life.
Yep.
So just because that wouldn't ruin my life, just because I might have social media, doesn't mean that there's someone just like me who's convicted of splashing, who's gonna get a misdemeanor and miss their ride to college or whatever future they might have. So him offering me a deal to drop everything was kind of offensive, considering that there's other people that might not get a deal,
Right.
that are facing literal charges, a misdemeanor, for splashing water. That's literally what this is about.
Wow.
Splashing water.
That's
So
And basically here
Dude,
in
I
Florida, that's
love
called
stuff like this.
reckless
I do.
driving.
I have
unfortunately.
held back from robbing every bank I've passed
This
to have
guy.
a clean record. I robbed 0 banks this year. I reasoned with him. I was like, you wouldn't agree that this is a little excessive for splashing water? And he's like, well, I can't do anything about the law. And I was like, people in large numbers can.
Exactly.
That's why laws are made
Exactly.
and they get abolished, because they don't work anymore, or they don't fit, or they don't make society function properly. You're just gonna sit there and tolerate something you know is wrong, like basically acknowledging that it's a little excessive for that.
right.
Now, what they're coming from is that it can kill people. Just like speeding in a car can kill people. People speed every day.
Yep.
They don't get reckless driving charges for speeding. You get a speeding ticket. I'm all for being
Well,
safe. I'm all for obeying the law.
To be honest, if you do over 100 miles an hour, that is also a reckless ticket. So I think that might be false a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
Law, but it's kind of hard to do when you don't know the law and you're still trying to be safe. So if you're going to punish people who are trying their best, be prepared for them to not just take it, and be prepared for a little bit of a fight back, because I feel like this is wrong. Respectfully, you don't need the boater safety course if you're in jail. So thank you very much. All right, so here we have the...
So just real quick, knowledge is key, guys. You know, like I said, you want to be safe on the water, and if you're new to a PWC, don't expect the dealerships to teach you about the waterways or the laws or anything like that when it comes to you knowing, how to owning a PWC. So you got to make sure you know the laws and what it takes, not just how to clean your jet ski, but how to be safe on the water also. And those are very dangerous machines. They're fast, and you just can't stop quickly on those things. So you got to make sure that you're safe. So yeah, he's a little upset because of the simple fact that he's got a friend of his that is getting in trouble over a misdemeanor, which a misdemeanor really it shouldn't go that far, but they're in all honesty, I would definitely do the boating course, and I would go the route to actually to put awareness out there and just to make this go away. But I do understand his point of trying to make an awareness of it. But there's a lot to the laws that you guys don't know. You guys don't know, and it's crazy because matter of fact, I think he touches on that here in a second. Let's check it out.
Definition of a Class A misdemeanor charge in Tennessee. The most severe misdemeanor charge include DUI.
Wow.
So I'm in the same boat as DUI,
Just
which I
splashing
never
somebody.
drive.
Booking.com helps you find and book just what you want.
Simple possession, whatever that is. Possessing that cash. Theft under $1,000.
Assault,
Wow.
theft, fraud, DUI, breaking and entering, solicitation, armed robbery, shoplifting, aggravated assault on a police officer, and more.
So
What?
this is just like
Just from splashing somebody, you literally is the same charges as assaulting a police officer. Wow. That is nuts. That Oh wow. Hold up. We gotta go back. That is nuts.
Theft under $1,000.
Assault, theft, fraud, DUI, breaking and entering, solicitation, armed robbery, shoplifting, aggravated assault on a police officer, and more.
So this is just like if I were to steal, like the guy that stole from me, if I were to steal from someone.
No, you just.
So I might as well just go start stealing things since I'm already there. Assault, whatever that is, so I can go beat someone up and I get the same charge as splashing.
Same charge as splashing.
And underage consumption, possession of marijuana, which I thought was legal in Tennessee. Are we not supposed to be smoking? Okay. Possession of drug paraphernalia. It's called an 1129, the guy said in the office or whatever, where they were trying to blackmail me. Class A misdemeanor can carry up to 11 months and 29 days in jail and or fines up to $2,500. So you're telling me that I can go beat someone up and steal their wallet and I'm going to face the same charges as some kid who's splashing? Does everything qualify for one charge?
It's a big deal.
Class A's off.
I guess
If it's just one Class A, I might as well just do everything while I can. Wait, what?
I don't know if I'm comfortable working for somebody that's been convicted.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for me to get a job. Dude, all of the work that I put into being a good person
misdemeanor.
is now gone. There's no turning back. Like I
That
get
might
what
as well
they're
be a
trying to do.
felony.
They're trying to push
Am I
safety,
right?
like, oh, come teach the voters course. They're like, we get a bunch of kids. This is your audience. Like, we can get kids here. I said, I'll push that
But I
regardless.
thought those were felonies.
I want people
Like,
to be safe.
DUI is a
Go to
felony.
Go to the Tennessee DeKalb County voters course and take their voters ed. Please. I won't be there because I don't want to go on their lakes again, and I won't, so I don't need that.
yes, and
But
and by that, guys, if you guys need a someone to go to take your boating course, guys, please go check out Master Boating School. You want to make sure that you're safe, guys. So that's going to be mandated here in Florida for all jet skis. I'm telling you, it's coming. So you might as well just jump aboard and get it done while you can. And because they're gonna make us do it, guys. It's that simple. We're just too many of us out there on the water right now, and that's definitely coming.
go take their voters course. I'm all for safety. Go do it. But don't try to like blackmail me into doing that to not face the ridiculous charges of splashing. How long does a misdemeanor stay on your record in Tennessee? 5 years.
Wow.
So I would not be able to run for president for 2027. Aggravated assault of a public employee.
Assault, theft, fraud, DUI, breaking and entering, solicitation, armed robbery, shoplifting, aggravated assault on a police officer, and
Sale to minors of harmful materials. The asbestos, all the asbestos I gave those kids, dude, to go into court and be like, I object to the Class A misdemeanor. I would like to request a felony. Wait, it says reckless driving is a Class B misdemeanor. So you're telling me the jet ski charge of reckless driving is even more. That's a Class A misdemeanor. Harassment, possession of drugs, up to a year in jail for splashing with a jet ski.
Wow.
The fact that that's even possible, I could understand maybe if you like ran over someone.
Well, if you killed somebody, I could
No, that's manslaughter. That's like killing someone.
That should be a felony.
Yeah, so
that is.
So you're telling me I can hit as many people as I want with my jet ski and still only get a Class A as long as they don't die?
Oh wow.
If
you think about it like that, it's crazy to think like that.
What are you in for?
What are you in for?
Splash the kid.
Splashing. I was like, what are you in for? Murdering someone? He scoots away from me.
All right. So it seems like he's not touching on anymore after that. Guys, just to sum it up, man. So you know you cannot spray each other, and you have to be. And you got to make sure you stay away from boats, because that's the number one thing that's going to make you guys get in trouble. Is that if you get too close to a boat and you spray them, that's a misdemeanor charge. You can go on probation for something like that. That's crazy. It's just like having a DUI, all kinds of stuff. So you make sure, guys, that you stay away from boats and read up on the laws, because there's a lot of different things you cannot do on a jet ski on the water that you may want to check it out. Google it, because it's nuts. It's nuts, and it's gonna make you feel like you can't really do much on the water. But you just gotta be aware, man. If you just you just gotta be aware of your surroundings, and you can't just reckless drive. Even though riding jet skis is supposed to be fun, but that's the reason why in lakes they are more. They jump on them more, because what are you doing in a lake? You're not riding straight. You're literally, playing around with your friend, and you're going in circles and stuff. But that's where it becomes a problem, because then you lose your vision. You don't know where the other jet ski's at. And, you guys can turn right into each other and smack into each other. There's numerous times that I've seen people playing around like that and get really close to each other. And from my perspective, it looks like they will almost hit. So you could just imagine what FWC or sheriff will see if they saw us playing around like that. And that's why it's a law that becomes a unsafe procedure. The way I don't remember how to say, oh my god, how did he say it? Unsafe operations, I believe. Let's move over anyway. But yes, just guys, just be very careful out there, because you can get a misdemeanor, which may feel like a felony to them over there in Tennessee. But yeah, a little incident like that, you can kill somebody. So guys, hope you like this video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, guys. Subscribe if you guys are not a subscriber, and if you'd like to see more of these videos, please comment below. Let me know how you guys feel about them, and I appreciate all you guys.